Today, I am going to be creating a 100% creative spread with probably no function in a blackout journal. Stay tuned to see how this is going to go. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and this is A Girl with Plans. I want to thank you all for joining me today. And for those of you that have yet to subscribe, what are you waiting for? Hit that subscribe button while you're here. All right, guys. So yes, I am going to be playing around in a blackout journal. I picked up this blackout journal from Archer and Olive during their Halloween release. I've never used a blackout journal. I've played around with some maroon paper, which is close, where I had to use a white pen to write on it, but I haven't really done much with black paper at all. But this is an absolutely gorgeous journal. I just have always been intrigued by a blackout journal. But now that I have it, I was like, I don't think I can use this as a journal that I would consistently be in. There's just a lot of work that would have to go into using a blackout journal daily, just because you always have to have the right pens laying around. And I am someone that, I can decorate it all pretty, but then when it comes to writing in it, I pick up whatever pen's laying around and literally chicken scratch to fill it out. So I just don't know that I'm the type of person that could actually find the pretty pens right in here all pretty for something that needs to be either daily, weekly, or some semi-consistent. So I think this is going to be more of a creative journal, which means, yes, there probably won't be a lot of function in it, but I still want to save room for function. Because I don't really have a purpose for it now, but who knows what I'll decide later. So yeah, as I said, I got this from Archer and Olive. I'm an affiliate for Archer and Olive. So you can use my discount code AGWP, which will save you 10%. I also have an affiliate link down in the description box. And my discount code also works on sale items. It doesn't work on any type of doorbusters or mystery things, but it will work on sale items. So yeah, that's always good to know. Yeah, so with that said, I think I'm going to skip quite a few pages. So this will be, hold up, I'm nervous about where to start. This will be the first page. And then I think I'm going to do Dutch doors. But I'm not going to do the regular Dutch doors. I think I'm going to do horizontal Dutch doors. And the reason why, you probably already saw it. So these are RongRong stickers. It is from the Fantastical, I think is what it was, sticker book. I have the PET tape, but like I said, I don't think clear stickers will be, you really can't really use them here. And the Fantastical sticker book has a lot more stickers in it than the PET tape. The PET tape has these characters here, and it has a few of the houses, but it has a lot more shop type houses. The houses were more in the sticker book. This is the clouds from Martinez Sticker Company, but all of these and stuff are part of the sticker book and not part of the PET tape. I got the digital version, and I got the digital version just because I feel like even though I'm using my own ink and my own sticker paper, I feel like it is a little bit more bang for my buck. Plus there was a little discount that I got. So I decided to try my hand at it. I was able to size these how I wanted it to. And we're going to see how it works. I did an offset and I did it in black instead of white. And the reason why I did an offset is so that way the Cricut could cut around certain things and not cut out. You can see how you have all of these little trees and stuff here. You'll be able to see it hopefully a little bit more when I put it down. But if I didn't have an offset, the Cricut would struggle to cut that. Typically you do a white offset, but I was like, let's try a black one. Let's see how that works. So that'll be interesting to see how it works the first time I've done that. These are big, so I'm going to have very little functional space. So I'm going to try to do a horizontal Dutch door. Now I've done horizontal Dutch doors for a functional purpose where you cut off the top, and then what I usually do is a title, or if I'm doing a table, I can have table headers. So I don't have to keep repeating the title or the table headers for, so many pages. That's pretty much the extent of my horizontal Dutch doors. I've done the vertical ones. Those are a lot simpler. This one's going to be a little bit more difficult, I think, because I want to make it like a scene. So what I want is I want the characters on this first page. And then I did mirror images. Y'all should be proud of me. Those of you that have known me before know I try to put the same sticker on the front and the back. I'm like, wait a minute, they're not mirror images. This isn't going to work. So I think I'm going to do that. Then we're going to do the houses. And then we're going to do a few clouds because this is nighttime, but I wanted some clouds and maybe some of the hot air balloons within the clouds. I don't know. I was just trying to go a little crazy. I do have one of those gyro cutters, but I'm not good with it. So we might just be using a X-Acto knife and scissors. So here's the gyro cutter. I'm just not good at it yet. I do need to pull out my cutting mat. That's going to be like essential for this one. I think we'll just use this one. I found my old one. I've been looking for it for months. These are from the dollar store. They're hard to come by now. They used to be there all the time. Now, every time I go, they're sold out. But I did find my old ones, but we're going to use this one. Okay. Let me keep this on because I don't want my page to stick to it. All right, so what I think I'm going to do first is, this is going to be hard though. It's almost going to be duplicate pages front and back. It's kind of what it's going to be, but it's going to be fine. It'll still look pretty. One page might turn out better than the other page. All right, so this will be the girls. This will be the houses. I feel like the houses might have to go on first. All right, so yes, I'm going to put the houses down first because they are the largest of the items. And what I ended up doing is I printed out several houses, but 3 of them I did mirror images of. And I said that I also had done those with some of the characters. So basically the way I did that was on my Cricut Design Space, I literally duplicated the image and then flipped it horizontally. So that way I created a mirror image so that way I can put the same house that's on this page in the same position on the opposite page. You'll see what I mean once I start cutting it out and things like that. So I did kind of just size these based on what I think would fill the page, but they were a little larger than I wanted. So what I ended up doing was overlapping it. And I'm actually glad I did overlap it because it means a little bit less cutting the void areas or just the plain black paper that had nothing in the background. So it was a little less cutting, which is always a little better. And I will say cutting with the scissors actually was not that bad. It was a little bit easier to maneuver than I had anticipated. It probably worked faster for me than with the gyro cut just because the gyro cut is something that I'm just not as familiar with. So yeah, I'm going to skip through. You'll see some like weird jumps with the actual footage because I do skip through some of the cutting because you can kind of see the gist of how I cut. I don't think you guys just want to see me like cut all around all of the little buildings and the characters. So I do skip on that. But yeah, you can see where I am trying to cut out as much of the page as possible. That way you can get a better idea of what's behind there. And it gives you like a true like 3D kind of image effect, which I really, really enjoy. In a way, you probably could leave some of the black space and it wouldn't be bad, especially in this case, because you can treat it as more of like a nighttime scene. And then that could be the night sky. So right now, it's just the start of the masterpiece, but you can kind of see there as I start lining stuff up how it'll look. I just kind of keep that page showing so that way I can kind of see where things need to be, where they still peek through. And then there'll be other images that you don't mind hiding. So you would rather place them where the houses on top actually hide the image. So that's kind of like the tricky part of this is kind of placement when you're trying to do a scene. If you're using florals or shapes or something abstract, it's a little bit easier. But, there does take a little bit more patience, I guess, required when you're actually trying to do a scene because you do need to kind of figure out where you're going to place everything. And as you'll see, I end up moving things around quite a few times. And I didn't have any issues. Everything came up perfectly well. This is just some cheap sticker paper that I got off of Amazon. I do have everything that I use always linked down in my description box if you're interested in it. There is this is the cheaper version. This is the sticky sticker paper. There's also some other one like Online Labels. It's a little bit better, but for this I wanted to just use the cheaper version. So now I'm just going to add some of the characters. This one character, she had like a little background image, which would have made it so much easier to cut around. But because I want to have the houses show through, I thought it looked kind of weird to have this like bubble type thing around her head. So I ended up cutting around it. And now I was kind of like trying to just guesstimate where to place them. So I'm cutting off the top so I can kind of see where the placement is to make sure it is in an okay location. And you'll see I end up adjusting where the girls are because I would rather have them kind of in the middle of some of the houses, like between two houses versus right dab in front of a particular house. So that way when I cut around it, you can still see the background images. And yes, I am filming this right when I got out of the shower, so I still have my towel on my head. So yay. Love those like headshots. But anyways, I realized like after I started cutting it that I needed some washi on the background as well. And this like thinner washi wasn't thick enough, so I needed to actually put 3 rows of washi under the house. Don't worry if you don't love it. I end up changing it. Just spoiler alert right there. I end up changing it because it just didn't look great. At first, I liked the white and the gold because I felt like everything is kind of dark in the spread with the dark pages, and then the images itself are a little dark. So I initially I thought I liked the contrast. And like I said, the only reason why I ended up changing it was because I wanted just a thick piece of washi instead of having to like put 3 rows of washi to make the one narrow one thicker. I was like, okay, I think it'll look better with a thicker piece of washi, and you'll see that in a minute. I think that's probably all I really need to explain in voiceover. So I'm just going to kind of go ahead, turn on some music, and let you guys finish watching this whole setup process. All right, guys, there we go. So my first ever true horizontal Dutch door. Like I said, I've done the Dutch doors for tables and things like that, but this is the first time I've done it like with a decorative spin. And obviously the first time I have used a blackout journal. I love it. This turned out so great. So again, I printed the stickers out and then I used a black offset, which definitely blended in nicely with the paper. And then I used these Archer and Olive gel pens that I got from a subscription box. I think I have identical set. So I think I also got some from a like a mystery box as well or something like that. But they're great. I loved them. They turned out really well. I pulled some acrylic graphs in case I needed to use it, but I think these worked just as well. I don't know what's going to go in the boxes, but I felt like I wanted to go ahead and prep them. So I prepped them and I like the way it looks. So you can see you have a complete scene on this page with the 3D effect here because of the Dutch doors. And then you flip the page and there you go. You have another complete scene on this page. And then you flip it again and you have another complete scene on this page. And then when you flip it here, you wouldn't even know. So I do have to do some trimming, but I'll do that later. But I loved how this turned out. It was so much fun. I was just in a creative mood and I wanted to play. So this is how I decided to play and I decided to film it. So I do hope you enjoyed this video. If you did, please press that like button. And if you've yet to subscribe, I hope you will also consider subscribing to my channel. Let me know if you want me to try some other fun things in this blackout journal because this was a lot of fun. But for now, that's all I have. I hope you guys have a great rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.